That's not good. Hold on, we we're losing a couple of frames. Less and less with time. Coming down just relatively slowly. About 2.3%. Alright. Just wanna make sure that the wanna make sure that my hairline's not too itchy, firstly. But I wanna just make sure that we're not losing this. I tried to rewatch one of my streams the one time, and I actually really enjoyed myself the entire way through. Only to realize that, bro, it was laggy as shit, man. It was a mess. As you can see from the title, today I wanna have a discussion about. Okay, more so asking you guys if you believe in them. Um, yeah, I do, but not in the way. Like, I don't think any UFOs have been any alien crafts. I think they've all been probably like military tests or whatever in the various countries that they've been seen. I don't think we've had visits. No, I don't think they've been here. I wanna, we can get into the sci-fi side of shit. We can get crazy, but I kind of wanna stay at the very least slightly rooted in reality. We're also gonna play some Fortnite. I'm gonna do a couple games of Blitz just because they're quick. If I lose, I'm in the next game in a few seconds, and I haven't played for 20 minutes by the time I lose, so I won't be too frustrated to think or talk or anything like that. And yeah, maybe if I run out of shit to say, I'll just hoy on some headphones, talk to a couple of randoms, play some duos, trios, whatever. While I wait for a couple of you to join, if you join, and if you want to share your opinions. Otherwise, I will have I will have expressed myself, and I'll just stick to the gaming side. Anyway, I'll put into the game. Um, what I meant by I want to stay rooted in reality, and not thinking we've had any visits from these uh yeah, I don't want to say entities, bro. It's just different planet species, animals, technically the same way we are, right? I think that if there's an alien, they would vary from us in appearance, like Earth animals in appearance, yes, because they're from. Oh, hold on now. What's that? How's he shooting? Whoa, what's going on, bro? What's happening right now? Um, but I think they would be, obviously, if they survive their planet, suited to their environment. I'm just trash. Oh no, please. That guy is a bot. Suited to their planet. So if it's a scalding hot planet, perhaps they've got some sort of, like, they're probably not just sweating in order to expel heat. You know, they're probably not just panting when they stop running to expel heat. They probably have, um, you know, fuck, some sort of substance built into their equivalent of a bloodstream, or whatever, that would allow. I just shoot on assumption and then check later if it made sense to shoot. Um, some sort of like coolant, or something that doesn't heat up in their equivalent of a bloodstream. Something with a very high resistance to heat, I forgot the actual term for summing. It's what specific heat capacity, something like that, bro. Just definitely majority water still because you need fluidity, and I I don't see that many things existing without water. I just it's for what we okay, thank you for that, friend. Oh, that guy aims at me and it gets dark on my screen, bro. What is this guy holding? That wasn't terrifying. What was I saying? I will remember, don't worry. Uh yeah, fuck it, I don't remember. But point is, I think we would definitely die because you shouldn't use that weapon at close range. I think they would be different in that they're adapted to their planet, but they wouldn't be so different that it would be unrecognizable from just another animal. And that's why I don't think we'll have visitations from animals from aliens, from species or organic organisms from a different planet. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, like unless it's purely accidental and it's like tardigrade level uh, thing that maybe survived on a comet for an obscene amount of time. But even then, the problem is distances between star systems. It's distances between planets that might possibly inhabit life. I mean, closest star system would take you God forever to reach. Even 1% C, bro. Even 1% C, you're taking forever, bro. And you're not achieving 1% C. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You're never gonna like not never, not never, but we're not we're more likely to achieve a shortcut from point A to point B by manipulating the fact that space and time bend and tell each other how to behave. I think we're more likely to figure that out and manipulate it than we are to get anywhere near C because you need to be massless. C is speed of light, by the way. Just realized I'm just kind of talking as if everyone refers to that as C. So I think the idea of them traveling here is moot. I like the people seeing UFOs is kind of like when you want to see like after this is more tragic of an example, but you know how you I suck at this game. You know how you'd want like some people after losing a loved one, they say things like, "Oh, he or she spoke to me and they told me to do this, and I did it, and I was happy or whatever." Like I have no doubt that you believe that because um, tragedy tragedy really is something that we battle with, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but in this case it's far less extreme, and so I can kind of you know uh, armchair psychologist about it. It's kind of the idea that you want this thing to be true, so you tell yourself enough times about it, and your mind gets to a point where it wants to see something, so it'll see it in any scenario where it could maybe be a thing. Like it allows you to suspend your disbelief. I just move. I thought I could hit him with the 110. There's no way he had 6 HP. I know this guy did not have 6 HP, bro. And he had 6 HP. That hurts. Yeah, but it's because I didn't switch to the pistol. Hit him. I'm much more able to focus on what I'm trying to talk about when I'm not playing Fortnite. Um, but I think like if you want to believe something, you're going to find evidence for that which you want to believe. You are going to, whether it is like sensible, relevant, if the context of it makes sense, you can ignore all that because you're finally validated one way or another, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, I think the problem with it is that it prevents further questioning. You know, it doesn't allow our minds to keep at it because the level of dedication we wanted initially when we were still allowing ourselves to be skeptical, that was what allowed us to sniff out the BS, you know. But when you get to a point where you're like, I with everything in my power, I want to see an alien, bro. You'll see an alien. Promise you'll see an alien. Um, dude, I don't know why. My finger just feels very awkward on the right stick. Okay, dude, this is the wrong side. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. There's a lot going wrong, man. Now we're gonna finish these. Okay. With that being said, right, I think aliens definitely exist. I think um it's too improbable. But I think there's only one scenario where I don't believe they exist. I don't think we are some sort of lucky, oh, humans are not humans, but animals on planet Earth are in some super unique situation. Look, yes, our circumstances are very lucky, but lucky in that there's not many of there's more of the other kinds of stars than there are ours, and I think the only scenario I can see in which we are actually the only ones is one in which this guy and his auto aim. Come on, boy. Uh, uh, um, the only scenario is if we are just here way too early. Like after, like if 13.8 billion was just, well, if you can somehow see that as a fuck you, dude. He healed like 4 times behind that rock, this nerd. Bro, I don't get heals like that, eh? I mean, I was looking at my inventory. I was like, dude, there's nothing here. It's like looking for any heal. Both games, I can't find heals. Everyone else has chug jugs up the wazoo. Anyway, chug jug sounds incredibly inappropriate now that I mean, I've been since 2018. Anyway, but I think they definitely exist. I think yes, we're unique, but not that unique. I think that unless you argue that we're just super early and we are one of the first that will ever exist, I mean, every you know, down from like from Luca, basically from Luca. Um, yeah, yeah. From the fuck is that? No, doesn't. Um, well, not. Yeah, no, it would be Luca. Yeah. Sorry, bro. I had to poach. I apologize. Not because I feel bad, but because I feel like it was dishonorable for me. Uh, so let's just miss each other all. Okay, I am going to. Oh, off. And I just couldn't put the bottle down. But I deserve that with how I poached that other guy. How I third partied him. So all is fair. I'm also I feel a bit slow, so I'm gonna adjust my sensitivity just now. Uh Part of me feels a little weird talking about this before there's even any viewership because I'm like, man, I probably have to say this all again, but whatever, man. I don't have a problem with that. It's just remembering exactly how I said it, what I said. Uh, okay, I just try to jump there. Oh, okay. That also kind of explains part of why I'm so slow. Uh, I was actually gonna adjust my sensitivity. Uh, okay, that red arrow is always a bad sign. That red arrow is, bro. I can play on 800 ping for like, here, bro. Just don't give me the red. The red means nothing good is gonna happen. Oh, guys, take your arrows. Yo, look at this. Look at this. Good thing this guy's a bot, bro. Going to have you. Hold on. Once I get this. Wow, that was bad. Thank God that was a bot, bro. Anyone else, I perish right there, man. Then I'll probably have to run this a little later. Uh, uh, there's likely just a lot of people on Wi-Fi right now. That's also why it's gonna be annoying to stream while school is. Yeah, you should take in your opportunity, big dog. Oh, never mind. You certainly did take that opportunity. Bro, what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Dog. Oh, nah, bro. Hey, bro, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. That's the wrong one. I wanted the pistol. Okay, 174. Give me this guy, dude. Why won't he die? Yeah. Bro, I don't know. I think only like half my bullets are hitting because like he just ate. I know I missed that ton. Don't remind me. But I mean he ate the other shots that I was firing at him. He just stood there. Thought you was hard, nigga. This is sweet. Alright then. Yeah, wait. Hey bro. Tell you something. For me it's not about balance. No, no. I do like these, but right now I have this AR. And I guess my secondary close range weapon is my dude, I can't see anything. That is really annoying though. Just like cloud. Why? Is that like its intended secondary? Oh, oh great. Great. Yeah, he's gonna be down here in just a sec. Please get me up. Please let me up. Pain. Why would you? Yeah, you, my friend, have a death wish. Fuck. Death wishes, bro. Uh, I can't name. Yeah. And I saw him shooting. I just thought, nah, this brother is missing all his shots, man. How can I? Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm certainly dead. Dead. Oh, smoke screens. I see. If I could make a shot here. But nothing for you, son. Damn, and I almost had you. Hey, bro, I won't lie, bro. Every match has hold me for loot. Like, I haven't seen a chug jug 5 games in a row now. I haven't seen a chug jug once. But I'm making. No, dude, no. I don't want to see this. I'm sorry. If it's another 10 sec, I can't watch that. I can't watch that, nigga. Everyone's getting okay loot. Everyone's getting shotguns, bro. Everyone's getting. Like, Kuri, my loot has to be missing something, bro. That's Fortnite's program. My loot has to miss something. Can't can't hit all 4 corners. You can't. You can't. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was fucking murdered. Um, I think that we need to stop imagining UFOs and shit, because we haven't come up with UFOs, and even if they have, they would have to do all these things while also, say they grow up with certain conditions, right? Like actually age, right? Like entropy arrow of time, whatever. Uh, they evolve over the course of millions of years and shit. And then like they come here, and what they are adapted to is, just as an example, like, bro, I don't know how like certain cells can do it, but maybe their cells don't work like our earth cells, because I think it's like, oh, all cells are the same. It's slight differences like cell walls on plants and shit. But damn, that was good. That was not so good. Hold on. uh uh I think if they were to, yes, please let me out the door. Think if they'll be adapted to one thing, and they're gonna come here and they're gonna be met with what can only really, oh gosh, what can only be considered evolutionary hell, being on a planet that you are not adapted to at all, bro. I'm talking about, even if they just have 90 degrees Celsius high storm, weather every single day, but just on the cusp of not being suitable for like to last long enough for life to develop, but somehow it just does under those extreme conditions. Bro, do you mean to tell me they're gonna come here, right? Adapted for that. Come here, where the atmosphere is one atmosphere of pressure. Maybe they're used to 10, or they're used to point 0.4, zero point 0.5, or 0.4, or 0.75, which it's not huge. I mean, like two psi you'll experience, but it's not a great feeling either, right? Like it's not gonna feel nice. It's not gonna be very pleasant. It's not cute. You know what I mean? Uh, dude, why am I at 700, bro? What is happening? Um, you're telling me they going to visit here and be okay? Stop it. And then the other thing, if their world is more massive than ours, just as far as weight, not weight, but mass, right? I used I. They're not gonna have a good time here. It would be like you know, uh, like obviously there's space. Oh my god, they. I'm I'm fairly certain that I deserve this death. I have nothing. I. Why do I play like this, dude? I'm always broke. I'm always broke. I'm always broke, bro. I live like this. This I don't know why. I don't know why. There's no appeal. Um, but you telling me they're gonna come do visits for probing us, bro? Do we do probes on ants? Because if you have tech advanced enough to come here, bro, from a different star system, stop it. You took organic life with crew members on board to a different star system. You mean to tell me that's normal? What do you want? Yeah, I should have switched, but I was trying to have the conversation about this. Um, I can run with some randoms, but yeah, I just doubt they're interested in that, man. There's run has priorities, and at some point, once you get past survival and comfort and stuff, you start thinking, how do I ensure future comfort or whatever? And maybe that's where your conquest takes you. I mean, that maybe that's what gets you to conquest or curiosity, and you want to send people, on a day, bro. Let's say for whatever reason these people have technology which it puts them at 75% speed of light, but there's no acceleration at any point. So or the acceleration is that of their planet in order for them to get to that speed. So, they don't even experience difference in gravity and stuff. Maybe curiosity brings them here. You can be super curious and understand that, hey man, and like if you're smart enough to pull that off for the sake of your curiosity, you're probably smart enough to be like, hey man, I'm probably not suited for any of this shit I'm trying to do. Like this is not a good idea. And that's what my thought process is. It's like, oh, keep aiming until you get shot and then you shoot. I see. Uh, take that trophy. Ah, fuck you. Watch. I thought it would be a one tap, but he's scared. Dallas for days. I have nothing but respect for that gentleman. Um, but dude, literally because of the Mavericks. I don't even know if people there in Texas are nice. Mavericks now. I respect you for being from the same city as my basketball. Um, but I'd say they're too smart to neglect the fact that it's just dumb. Like us sending it'd be like us sending human beings on these JWS uh um uh on the telescope. My nigga, are you dumb? What are you doing? I don't know. Uh, yeah, no, I don't. It might be like a whole patriotic sacrifice. Like what's that movie? That on the on it's on my tip. No pause, nigga. Um, I'm okay. Hey guys, I have a fourth AR. So just don't be too alarmed when you see me with yet another AR. Yeah, I know I complained I didn't get a shotgun, but buddy, can I have an SMG, please? Oh my goodness. Oh no, I do have an SMG. Hold on. Never mind. Oh, hold on. Oh, uh, come around. Yes. So is the minigun, guys. Yep. You don't think, buddy. You just fire your minigun, eh? You don't need to think to me. So is the minigun, guys. Guys, I promise they don't think about anything they're doing. I promise you, I'm telling you, bro. If you see a minigun player, he's the equivalent of a Mega Knight player. Like, not a minigun player, like you can select it beforehand. But I mean, there's players who really do prioritize offense with it, and it's just never good, man. Always a mess. Always, always, always. It has quite a bit of ammo in it. That's gonna help this. And it's what? Me and one other person? Again? Alright. That my one. Buddy, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you. God. Give me God's banana. Ah! What did you think was gonna happen, little buddy? What did you think was gonna happen? What did you? Hey, what did you think was gonna happen? Hey, okay. I know. It was only a matter. But I think if they are, most likely what it'll be, bunch of very, very small multicellular organisms, so like bacteria. No, I was, but like nothing, nothing large. Nothing. Nothing complex. And if there is complex life, they're not worried about us. They haven't visited, they haven't done any of that. And I don't think we will ever meet. Not us. I think the only scenario where something like that happens is a different group of humanity. So this can happen one of a couple ways, but two that I think make sense in my head, which would be some humans stay here on Earth while you get a quite a large population, but not too large, and you essentially have a space colony. But I have a few problems with something like this. I mean, gravity, finite water. Maybe you can synthesize the shit with hydrogen, and hydrogen. Somehow you use hydrogen for as a gas, as a fuel. hydrogen is renewable and all this other shit, but also highly reactive. I'd make it a bit volatile, but I just don't see how conceivable it would be. But they would leave whatever fuel source they use or whatever. You have a space colony. There's gonna be a lot of things that I'm skipping over, obviously problems that I'm skipping over. Besides, hey nigga, I'm not a physicist. I just find certain shit interesting and I like to read. They would be a separate branch by the time they have even reached a different stellar neighborhood. Actually no, that term might mean a lot more distance than I think. So let's just get past the 4.2 million, 4.2 million, the 4.2 light years away, right? Alpha Centauri, Centauri, whatever. Like that star system, doubt there's anything that would indicate any life would exist there, right? So let's just skip past that. The next one over is incredibly far as well, and even getting to Centauri would like take many lifetimes. I'm thinking again, if we put a more realistic number for it, would it be 420 years, 4,200 years, 42,000 years? I would estimate something like that. 42,000. How many generations is that? By 30. 1,400 and something. But it's like 1,400 and something. 1,400 generations of humans are not the same humans that were here before. You know what I mean? And it's certainly a large portion. 40,000 is certainly a large portion of how long humans have been here overall. You know, it's about it. Not quite there, but almost a fifth. Depending on which number you use. I just using 250,000 years. A fifth of the entire time we have spent here is what would be required to get to a star system where we are almost certain there is no life. Where I am saying I am certain there is no life. Do you understand, like, the bro, no one's here. I'm gonna play whatever the fuck I want. I know I said this is, but I think I put just chatting. Yeah, just chatting. I was gonna play randoms, but I also sometimes I feel like sleeping. Oh, I was in a fight. Okay. I'll have a quick resume. But oh no, fuck me out. I just realized I was far from locked out. That was the radical who plays for you. I thought it was just one of those, you know how Xbox quick resume works, but it don't work. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it just doesn't. What was that? No. Me the Nesta. Yeah, man. We wouldn't even have reached them. At almost 20% of humanity as a whole, I had like time on Earth. You're telling me that's not crazy? Telling me that's not mad? I don't think they're coming. I don't think. I think we'll go for sure. Many more generations than that. I think, yeah, man. By the year Like right now we're in the thousands. By the year, like maybe 50, 55,000 and 10. You know, uh, then we'll be looking at something like that. Yeah. So this should look like this because the ghost balls are gonna keep coming back. Vampires should keep healing if it stays back there. Those and the laser, well, that's so. I think they exist, but we are almost like a sick, twisted joke by the universe, God, whoever you make. Almost like a twisted joke to be like, hey, here's a mind that can comprehend the possibility of things of its nature. Here's a mind that allows you to ponder and appreciate your existence and how unlikely it is. But also, the same mind can process that no matter how unlikely an event may be, it will occur if you look at almost or full on infinity, right? Like anything that can happen will happen and likely has happened. And so I think with the fact that I'm not able to, this sucks because I'm able to really abuse it. Oh. Yeah, we'll take that. I should have gone for sun. But a mind that's able to comprehend all that, and then you get put in a situation where it's like, oh yeah, but just so you know, you can never go because you'll die, and you will have died long before that day comes, buddy. So, I'm sat there on some damn. That sucks to think about, genuinely. Not nice to think about. But I think that's the case, man. I just think we haven't been around for super long, but just logically speaking, we just have too vast of distances. We have too many voids and we have too many limitations by physics. You see, even under the assumption that they become complex and stuff, now they'd have to find ways of bending space. Bro, these things of wormholes, bro. I'm so happy for you thinking you can have a wormhole, buddy. But how do you keep gravity from collapsing it? Anti-gravity. There isn't anything like it. So I think it's just a pity that this is the most we can ever have about aliens. This right here. I'm actually gonna make that laser into something disgusting. I just fucked up on the flash. Ah, no. Yeah, I need sun again because that hits the whole screen. I wanted flash, bro, because that would have allowed me to have constant. I was gonna pick up that sword, bandage it. Yeah, dude, I got through. I think it's just a sick, twisted joke. To give us the ability to understand and comprehend this and the curiosity to not want to be alone. Deep down, that's the reason all these alien theories keep popping off before everyone has to come on and be like, alright guys, it's another false alarm. It's only ever been false alarms, but hey, you're more than welcome to jump. Again, when it's 99% chance that it's another false alarm. And it's just that we want to believe it. We don't want to be alone, man. The idea of being the only one is painfully terrifying. It is something that we appreciate and stuff, but it does give one a lot of existential dread. Experience a ton of existential dread on some bro. What does that even mean? We are the only ones. You see how vast the universe is. It's like, yeah, man. And what I wanted to say with the complex with the complex life kills me. What I wanted to say with the complex life is that I typically with more complex organisms, at least one that can build itself and its comrades, a space shuttle, whatever. They weigh quite a bit, and well, everything physics has shown us is that you are just in a losing battle. You are in a losing battle with the laws of physics. You are in a perpetual ging with them. I mean, what do you mean weighing something means that it's gonna take you hundreds of years to go from here to what's essentially next door? What do you mean bringing the adequate crew for that mission requires me to accept that it won't be me nor my kids, my grandkids, my great-grandkids, nor anyone else down that line reaching the destination? What do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, by the time the people arrive, I don't even know if the people on the ship will care. And it would be incredibly inhumane, because now these are human beings adapted to and created on the planet Earth, who have only ever experienced a spaceship and will only have ever experienced that spaceship. Now, something is the only thing you've experienced. How would you feel out of place, right? But floating through an empty abyss and them telling you this was your life from the beginning, and it's like either they tell you the truth and say like, hey, this was a mission, I'm sorry, and mask this, but here are the instructions. Just follow through with the mission, because returning is not an option. Right? That's one, which incredibly inhumane. Incredibly inhumane. Or you lie and you say, this is what I see happening. Just wanted to show some real support. I can connect you to top Twitch streamers. Nah. Look, man, I'm not looking to skip the line like you said. I'm trying to grow with organic viewers. If I connect with someone, it'll be because they fuck with me, man. But I appreciate the offer. But the other thing I see them doing is completely lying to the members of the crew who are born at a later stage and being like, hey, look, here's protocol, here's how you follow it. This ship has been humanity's home forever. Or if you want them to still learn sciences and like that, you want them to still be able to, because you'll need doctors and stuff. So obviously, where did all this natural material come from? You tell them Earth blew up. You tell them something insane, bro. You tell them something that makes them sad, but not mad. Because you want them to stick with the cause. And you want them to have their kids stick with the cause and their kids. I mean, these missions are multi-generational. And by the time the people arrive, the people who arrive, the people who, we don't even know if their morals are still going to be in the same place. And that's why I think it'll be, by then, it's a completely different branch of humanity. It's not not the same people, you know. That's just my belief. This whole thing, man, and I strongly believe that, like, that's why extinction may be a mercy at the end of it all, not now, right? But just the idea that your planet has a traumatic event, right, to itself, and you, as the spawn of the planet, the child of the planet, the, you know what I mean, get to go down in that pain of the planet as a part of the planet's pain. If you leave, man, oh my goodness, suffering, bro. I like living on a ship your whole life, bro, because I don't know, dog. Humanity needs a new home, and you need people to go evaluate because tracing methane, or because, in fact, I was gonna say this doesn't work, but I'll even play along. Give me 2 shotguns, buddy. Just give me 2 shotguns. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but the idea that the people who start the mission, they don't have influence of even a tenth of the mission's duration, bro. They don't even have control over 1% of the mission's duration. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have much of a. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? As I stop speaking, just, you know what I. But yeah, I think the the idea of us ever visiting and seeing aliens, no. I think the aliens will be humans here on Earth, where we send a message, and in the next, you know, like, let's just say it's 80 light years old. Takes us forever, but we make it. And this ourselves, and it's a Earth-like planet, and it's not the kind of Earth-like planet where it almost feels like it's trying to kill you. Awesome, right? Awesome. That's great, bro. In fact, couldn't think of anything better than that. But then, it's not aliens in the sense that you think. And I was being sarcastic, but couldn't think of anything better. I can think of a lot of things better, like staying on this planet. And that's why when, like, I used to buy into the whole terraform Mars. I mean, I was a kid, right? Terraform Mars, not just with Elon, bro. That nigga turned his back on South Africa, but let me not get into it. But no, but I think it's just because he was bullied in Pretoria Boys High, bro. That nigga just got bullied, bro. And now he's got money. I'll never be told this again. You know those people, bro. You, more than anything, I feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, rather than anyway, super off topic there for a couple seconds. Well, but like, as I got older, started to see the other side of that, and just being like, bro, you were given a planet that doesn't need terraforming. It just needs a bit of, in fact, it doesn't need care. It doesn't need care from you. It does not need your care. What it needs is to just be left alone, like, to a degree. And what I mean by that is just take your foot off the gas of punishing it so much. You know what I mean? Like, we're not even saying do not hurt the planet, because you're going to, in order for your pursuits, but just don't torture it. You know? Let it rest at some point. Let it replenish a bit of the blood, man. let it. You know what I mean? Have create new red blood cells. Like let's allow it to survive. Or at least when I say survive, bro, it will be fine no matter what we do. But I mean survive as in the other animals that aren't responsible for destruction and the shit. Let them survive. Because we want to build spaceships and leave because of our problems that we're creating and continuing to cause, bro. There's how many other species of animals here that are doing the complete opposite. They're out here helping clean it up, and maybe not but the cows aren't going onto farms and trying to be put in the same area, mass produced and stuff, right? So that's still humanity, methane. Like every other animal is doing a job or a decent job to keep the earth healthy, with the ecosystems, and they shit on the grass, they fertilize, they allow new plants to grow, they die and give back to the land, and you know what I mean, all of this stuff, that now we're gonna destroy the planet, or at least make it uninhabitable, and then leave. Leave on your own, humanity, or just get your ass in gear. You know what I mean? I don't know how this turned into some political, but I just fuck, man, because I'm about to hop off. I think my problem is I just ate rice, and I've been injecting low amounts of in order to avoid hypos. One of the worst feelings, out of your slumber. And yesterday when I checked, not yesterday, 3 days ago, checked and we didn't have cold drink or juice. Oh yeah, the viewers, it's 3 p.m. here, it's about 7 a.m. No American niggas are watching. 7 or 9 a.m. But soda, cold drink is soda. So if you hear a South African ever tell you I want a cold drink, they're not asking you for alcohol, asking you for a soda. We didn't have any soda, dude. Didn't have any cold drink in the fridge. My nails doing it again on this foot, bro, and I just fixed it. Now this foot, it came off while I was sleeping. Yes, dude. Let's go, dude. Yo, that is amazing. My toenail broke by itself while I was sleeping, bro. That is one of the best feelings ever, dude. That is one of the best feelings. Yeah, man. I should hop off. I didn't check what that Valentine thing was on Fortnite, man. Let me go see if tell you what. I can't afford to simp. I'm at 550. Never mind. What's this? Oh, that Shannon Sharp meme. Okay. That and nothing else. My younger brother's outside my door. For sure. He's gonna come in here. Okay, he kept it pushing. But alright. Um but yeah, man. Tell me what you guys think. Think aliens are real? Think they're fake? You think what the fuck is this man talking about? That's what you may be thinking, but I'm spitting right now. You know this. I'm spitting right. Okay, my entire everything, yeah, looks, I don't know what is happening. Eh, gosh, dude, like I'm still on here, bro, and it's like uh can't created an hour ago. Yeah, right. This man created an account as my stream started to tell me about how my thoughts are back at 0.25. Need a nap. Followed through. That's it. Yeah, 11. Still not that much. It's 5.5 hours. But if you see this, and oh wait, if you see this, let me know what you guys think. That you got when I stream again.